Hello, this is the 2018 Mid-Penn Media Center Film Festival. Here are your hosts, Jenna and Warren.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jenna Kaplan.
And I'm Warren Wagner. Welcome to the 2018 Mid-Penn Media Center's Youth Film Festival.
This year's awards will be separated into two categories, middle school and high school.
We'll be watching the top 3 videos from both categories, and then we'll announce the first, second, and third place prizes.
Third place winners will receive $25 gift cards, while second place winners will receive $50 gift cards. First place winners will receive the grand prize worth $100.
First, let's watch the top 3 entries from the middle school category.
That was Dream by Emma Lee, about how an innocent dream can make or break a person. That was wonderfully done, Emma.
Yeah, you can tell how much work they put into it. The next piece is called Opioid Epidemic by Michi Wong, Charlotte Kowal, and Elena Rawlinson. It details how a public service announcement about a young girl who struggles with opioid addiction and America's opioid epidemic.
I was prescribed OxyContin for a sprained wrist. My prescription was empty, but my arm still hurt, so I asked my mom for a refill. After a week or so, my arm stopped hurting, but I didn't stop taking pills. And pills. And pills. And pills. I realized my prescription was empty. My mom said if my arm didn't hurt, I shouldn't get more. I needed more. I had nowhere else to turn. I went to a friend of a friend. I don't know how I ended up here.
That was an impressively done PSA. I'm very much impressed by how well they facilitated the delicate subject matter.
Yes, a beautiful way to shine a light on a real issue in America.
Our next video is Tree by Yael Zeitz, an animated film with claymation about our use of trees and how we're destroying our environment. It shows how we use things around us, and then, once they're gone, we regret their destruction.
Another impressive entry. Claymation is always sure to impress.
That was a beautiful film about how our destruction of the environment really is hurting us.
Now I'll announce the winners for the middle school category.
In third place, we have Dream by Emma Lee. Congratulations, Emma.
In second place, we have Tree Tree by Yael Zaitz.
And in first place, we have Opioid Epidemic by Michi Wong, Charlotte Kowal, and Elena Robinson. Congratulations to all three of you.
Now we'll move on to the high school category. The first film we'll watch is Sticky by Ben Pearson and Joshua Stuckenberg.
It is a film about how two friends unwittingly find a book of Post-its with unexpected powers. When they try taking advantage of their newfound abilities, things begin to go awry.
Nico on the
Wow, that was beautifully shot and with a very good soundtrack. That one certainly adds some personality to it, Jenna.
Completely agreed. Also, the use of all of those multicolored lights, I was very impressed by that.
Next, we'll watch Remnants by Owen Daniels and, again, Ben Peterson. As an imposing sentinel known as the Devil's Slide Bunker sits just off the coast of Pacifica. To many, its origins are unknown, but this document sheds light on its origins and its surprising connections with today.
We can't wait.
If you were to drive past it on Highway 1, you would see a massive concrete block covered with graffiti, and you'd think that somebody started a building project and then abandoned it.
The idea of the bunkers was to be, first of all, a hiding place, and as I understand it, mainly a spotting place.
Well, the bunker was constructed in the context of World War II, the ones on Devil's Slide.
They're out scanning the horizon looking for dangerous things.
On December 7th, 1941, Japan, like its infamous Axis partners, struck first and declared war afterwards.
The United States got involved in World War II militarily after the attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7th, 1941.
We probably should have seen it coming. There had been some indications that this was going to happen.
This was a major event, similar to, I guess, what 9/11 would be in your lifetime. We were attacked, and we had to respond.
Costly to our Navy was the loss of war vessels, airplanes, and equipment. But more costly to Japan was the effectiveness of its foul attack in immediately unifying America in its determination to fight and win the war thrust upon it.
And from that instant on, from that day of infamy until the end of the war, Americans, especially the Americans right here on the California coast, were feeling threatened.
right after Pearl Harbor, the military actually moved in and set up fortifications all along the West Coast.
There is still fear that the Japanese will be able to make an attack or at least an approach to the California coast.
Well, you have to keep in mind that this was a major world war, and the threat was certainly there, that the enemy could attack the West Coast at any time. We knew that they had the capability, and so we had to be diligent and be looking out for that.
I don't want to say we were defenseless, but we were certainly not in a good position to defend ourselves as well as we could have before the attack on Pearl Harbor.
America lost 3 destroyers. Here are seen the United States destroyers Downs and Shore as they rest on the bottom of Pearl Harbor with decks awash after Jap bombers make direct hits on their decks.
Because I happened to grow up as a kid during World War II, all of my family, the older uncles, were all off to war, so we had a very first-hand, close look at what scared the heck out of everybody in America after Pearl Harbor.
There were a few reports of some possible submarine attacks up and down the coast, and I think there were even some accounts of enemy aircraft attacks further up north.
War Command from San Francisco had told the Coastsiders that attack was likely, and certainly what I remember in those days was that sirens would go off in the middle of the night, and those were the air raid sirens.
No doubt it was fear that stimulated the founding of those fortifications.
Fear is one of the great motivators of Americans. We're willing to give up our freedoms in return for security. And it's never a good trade-off.
When the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor, our west coast became a potential combat zone. Living in that zone were more than 100,000 persons of Japanese ancestry, 2/3 of them American citizens, 1/3 aliens.
Now, that's where the narrative gets more interesting, because the United States government did a massive investigation of all Japanese Americans along the Pacific coast.
People watched each other carefully. The Japanese were of a different race, and that fear would play a role.
We knew that some among them were potentially dangerous.
The idea that they're suspicious, they look different, they sound different, and the stereotype that they're all helping the emperor.
No one knew what would happen among this concentrated population if Japanese forces should try to invade our shores.
The Japanese Americans who lived in California, unfortunately, were sent to internment camps. There were some here on the coast side, and some of the coast side residents too, unfortunately, some of them who were very well known and respected, had to be put in these camps, and that was very unfortunate.
The prevalent attitude about Japanese and Japanese Americans was, and I'm quoting directly, "a Jap's a Jap."
Neither the Army nor the War Relocation Authority relished the idea of taking men, women, and children from their homes, their shops, and their farms. So the military and civilian agencies alike determined to do the job as a democracy should, with real consideration for the people involved.
Now, this really isn't something new, unfortunately. Xenophobia is something that's been with humanity probably since the beginning of time. It's manifested itself in prejudice and racism against different groups. During World War II, it was the Japanese.
Who, of course, had the misfortune of not only being the enemy that was to the west, but also they had the misfortune of having a different skin color.
There is certainly fear of different ethnic groups today within California and within the Bay Area.
We tend to want to scapegoat people, and it really very much relates to what happened with the Japanese, in that Americans were fearful, and we wanted to somehow get control of the situation by getting control of these Japanese. And we're doing the same thing with Muslims and Mexicans. And we have yet not come to terms what it means to be American.
The bunkers were set up for a very practical purpose. It was for military defense. That defense became unnecessary after a while, and so it fell into decay as a symbol of the end of an era and the beginning of something else.
Beautifully executed film. I can't believe that we just saw that at a youth film festival. History Channel, here we come.
I completely agree, Jenna. Terrific use of music and impressive job finding that historical film.
Yes. And now for our next and final film. We are delighted to introduce The Island by Thomas Sullivan. It is about Carl and Lewis, who are stranded on a deserted island. They're doing their best to stay alive and stay sane. This mockumentary chronicles their surreal and personal struggle of life on this island.
My name's Lewis Clark. Kind of ironic. So, we're stranded on an island. It's not fun.
So when Lewis and I first got on the island, luckily a lot of supplies washed up ashore. We got some stuff here. Luckily we have our shoes. We have our good friend Nelson. Stuff from the boat. This washed up. It's a radio we're gonna try to fix. And I'm pretty tech savvy. I would say so. So I'm gonna try to fix it.
You know, actually I've had a lot of fun since I've been on the island. Yeah, I got the Bible, you know, I got a whole bunch of pants.
And some sticks. Lewis waved this out of a tree. And he was nice enough to make it for me. It keeps me warm, and it just might save my ass one day, so.
Yeah, oh, my got the Spanish to English dictionary. It's my favorite book on the island. But yes, I read this for a while. I was doing a word a day. I've gone through the whole thing a few times. I feel really good about it. And I dare say, my Spanish es muy desayuno. But honestly, like, I kind of hit my stride like four or 5 weeks or months ago. I've been here for like bare minimum 80 days because that's the highest number I remember.
Oh, Lewis? Yeah, Lewis is a nice guy. Yeah. He was normal at first, not that normal anymore.
Mother. Lewis! Oh, I'm Lewis. Carl! Yeah, like socially, the island gets pretty dull. It's not good. Yeah, like Carl's okay, he's a nice guy. There's Dempsey, there's the crab, but like...
Well, I like my friend, Nelson. He's probably our best friend, and same with his. We're good friends.
No, it's like, it's weird though, cause like, Nelson's like low-key a dick. I don't know, man. Closest friend here, besides Carl. I mean, actually probably more than Carl. Dempsey von Matterhorn. He's a really nice guy. Oh, here he is. Here. I'll go grab him. You know, I just like to hang out, and I like the arts. I spend time with Lewis because he is very lonely, and he's not happy with his life. Very sad. He wonders if he's going to die. He wonders if he'll ever see his mom again. But me, Dempsey von Matterhorn, doesn't care about that much. I just like women and money, and I just live life for the fullest. But Lewis is pretty scared. Lewis thinks he's gonna die here.
He's kind of losing his marbles, kind of going cuckoo. Don't tell him I said that.
Like, the food is a problem. It's not ideal, but we make do. I'm not proud of a lot of things I've done.
Ever since I was on this island, I got really into collecting rocks. By rocks, I mean sand. They're just really small rocks. I don't know. What do you expect? It's the same thing as yesterday. I ate some rocks. I'm so tired of eating sand.
Like, Carl might think I'm crazy, but like he eats sand, man. I can't eat sand.
I want to go home. So how did I get here? Well, funny story actually. I was taking a boat trip to Bohemia. The boat crashed. I was stranded on a lifeboat for a couple days. A hydroplane picked me up, and Lewis was actually the pilot of it. That crashed. Then Lewis and I were picked up by a boat. That boat crashed.
Me and Carl were in the water, and we were just swimming around for like a while. Like it was bad. Like I thought I was gonna have to like use Carl's dead body as a raft. He wasn't doing so well. I did that for a while, but he was alive. He was alive the whole time. I felt bad.
And, well, here we are. This is probably gonna be the rock I'm gonna kill him with. Just if he tempts me.
Yeah, but one thing that like is really, really good about this whole thing, cause like, so I know, okay, It's a work in progress, but it's kind of fun. Okay. Here we go.
I hate it here.
But yeah.
I'm gonna kill him.
This thing, 4x4 Rubik's Cube, okay? So like, at first I was like, this will take me like no time at all. Like, this is really, really easy. It's like, it's made for little kids who don't have the motor skills to even like use a regular Rubik's Cube. And then I tried it, and let me tell you, like, it is not fun. It does not make anything about this situation better. Yeah, I am sad. Oh my god.
Not today. I mean, you're stuck on an island with someone. You're gonna butt heads at some point, right? It's not perfect.
SOS.
It says sauce, you idiot.
No. I think I'm not crazy. The island hasn't had much effect on my mental state, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think I'm crazy. I mean, the thing about, I guess like if I was crazy, I wouldn't like know I was crazy. That's like makes you crazy. What?
No, when it's all said and done, we're stuck on an island, right? So, I don't know. I like to come out here to the coastline and try to make peace with it. Lewis, I love him, but he may cope with things a little bit different than I do, if that makes any sense.
Some days I'm like, man, I don't like it here. Gotta get off this island. Why has God forsaken me? Other days, you know, it's a nice day, good place, pretty nice weather. I'm stranded here on a deserted island, and it's not good, but you know, it's not all bad. I think you kind of have to just make the best out of what you have, and I have this island, so for now I guess I might as well enjoy the sunset. I don't know. Carl! Carl, that's a bear!
I loved that. That was hilarious. I especially enjoyed the fact that they made it a mockumentary. It was so unique and different.
I agree. Impressive cinematography with some wit and an innovative use of Lego.
And now, let's announce the winners of the High School Awards category.
Coming in third place, we have The Island by Thomas Sullivan.
Coming in second place, we have Sticky by Ben Peterson and Joshua Stuckenberg.
So first place is Remnants by Owen Daniels and Ben Peterson. Congratulations.
Congratulations to all of the people who submitted videos, and especially to the winners of each of the categories. That concludes the Mid-Penn Media Center's 2018 Youth Film Festival. Congratulations again to all of the winners, and thank you so much to everyone who submitted a video.
In most time slots, we'll be playing all the entries from the middle school and high school categories immediately following this program.
If you don't see them, go to midpennmedia.org and check the local schedule.
Thank you to all those who entered, our crew and our esteemed judges, Renee Mendoza, Carla Kong, and Jesse Norfleet.
Stay tuned to see the films produced by talented youth of our own community. Thanks for watching.